Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North, and welcome back to Spirit Island. We just got a new phase of Nature Incarnate out, Deeps of Earth and Sea. So that brings us the Ocean's Deeps aspect. We've also got Locust Serpent and Dances Up Earthquakes, along with the Habsburg Mining Expedition adversary. So that's all pretty cool stuff. I'm hoping to explore it over the next few days. But right now, I want to start things off by playing Deeps Ocean, because I really like Ocean, and I think Deeps is really cool, even though I haven't played it as much as I'd like to. We're going to be playing against Kingdom of Scotland. I'm going to try and see how this goes. I want to try level 4. We could try level 3 maybe, but I feel like level 4 with the early stage 3 card is more fun in some ways. Or more interesting, anyway. The extra fear card in Terror level 1 is kind of frustrating, but hey, it's Scotland, that's fine. I don't want to play something with Scotland 6 right now. I'll maybe try to work up to that eventually, but just lots of towns and inland lands for Ocean doesn't feel fun for me usually. And while Deeps may be able to handle that capably, I am not that skilled with Deeps yet. I haven't played it as much as I'd like to. So we're going to play with everything turned on. And yeah, let's get into the game. Alright, we'll put our first presence in land 1, I think. Just so we can grab a sand or a wetland explore. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Land 4 is probably just going to go... We could try and, like, push inland with growth 3 and grab the Explorer out of Land 4, but then I feel like we kind of sabotage ourselves with that. Although we could swallow the Land Dwellers in Land 1. Well, you know what? I just talked myself into trying it. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Let's gain a miner. We probably want something with water. Entrancing Apparitions would be nice. Call of the Dahan Ways is nice. Pull Beneath the Younger Earth, though, has all of the perfect elements for Deeps, so I think I'm going to take that. I don't think we're going to be needing the others all that much here. So let's go ahead and add a presence to a coastal land. I'm going to go for 2 card plays, so I can play both of my cards. And I'm going to push this into land 3, because we don't need a Sacred Site yet. But I also am not sure where we're going to need to actually be pulling presence back when we take our growth 1 option to reclaim in a little bit. So let's finish playing cards. Let's do that. Let's pull the Explorer into land 2. Invaders build in the jungle. Explore in the sands. Okay, so land 2 is now a gigantic mess, but we'll get working on that here shortly. Swallow the Land Dwellers. We'll hit land 1. We lose a Dahan, sadly, but hey, we get a bunch of energy that we can use to pay for things now. Let's add a Deeps token to land 2, because we are going to be trying to hammer that here. We can deal 1 damage this turn, which is not enough. Oh boy. Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth could deal some damage there. Could actually deal 2 damage, which is kind of nice. If we get Deeps... If we set up so that we can Reclaimed by the Deeps with the repeat, then we could deal 4 damage to take out both cities alongside Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. Which seems pretty good, actually. I think I'm going to do that. And then if anything's left over somehow, or an event messes us up, we can Grasping Tide. So let's grow twice. I'm going to put both presents. I'm going to take both presents from top track to get the elements, just so we have more flexibility going forward. But we'll play those 2 cards, and we're going to get 2 Deeps tokens this turn, which is nice, and we're going to get 4 damage off of Reclaimed by the Deeps, plus a couple damage off of Pull Beneath. Alright, Invaders surge inland. That's bad? Good? I'm not sure what that is. Because Tidal Boon was going to let us drown that town anyway, but I don't know. Grim Toll. Oh, actually, Grim Toll is going to give us lots of excess damage. Let's put the town in land 5, because I don't want it to hit land 4. Actually, let's put it in land 7. We can go 2 lands in. That's fine. 2 damage. Let's ping this Let's see. We do have a lot of damage going in there. We have 6 damage going in there already. So we could ping the Explorer to just try and clear the land entirely. I don't think there's really a better target for Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. Yeah, so let's ping the Explorer and do that. We get some defense from Dahan, which doesn't do anything. That's fine, though. Wetlands Explore. We can add the town to land 2, I think. Or actually, let's add it to land 3, because then we can tidal boon from land 3 into the ocean and push those Dahan probably further inland. That Wetlands Explorer is kind of annoying, but I think we can probably reclaim next turn so that we can get some other things going. Namely, we can Call of the Deeps and pull that Explorer out of land 5, so we don't have to worry about them ravaging on the Blight. Let's put a Deeps token in 2, and because land 8 is coming up, and I'm worried about if Wetlands comes up again on the stage 3 card. I don't want to be taking like a Blight and then a Blight Cascade there. I probably want to drown land 1, or sink land 1, so that I can sink land 6 right afterwards. So let's put the Deeps up there. We won't worry about land 3 right now. Reclaimed by the Deeps we'll use here for 2 damage, and then repeat for 2 damage. So that kills both cities, which is great. Tidal boon, we push from land 3, drown a town, push some Dahan into land 4, where they will hopefully be a little safer. I don't know, that's fine. Land 6 is not looking in great shape, although we could get lucky with an event or something. But I think we need to just reclaim here. I suppose we could try and gain a power card and just YOLO a major. We do have 6 energy. I don't think that's a good idea, but we could do it. I think I'm gonna just reclaim cards here. We will gain a major, but I'm not gonna rely on that major exclusively. All right, we got some fun stuff here. Flocking Red Talons is kind of interesting. I never thought about the fact that that has water on it. Transform to a Murderous Darkness we're probably not going to want to do, even though it does have water on it. Bombard with Boulders and Stinging Seeds could be interesting. And then the card I'm not talking about is Vigor of the Breaking Dawn, which is of course ridiculous, but also we're playing Ocean, and so while Vigor would nicely solve land 6 right now, it's less fun, I think, than trying to do something else. So I think I'm gonna grab the Flocking Red Talons and see what I can do with that. Let's go ahead and forget Swallow the Land Dwellers. I don't think we're going to get a chance to use that pretty much the rest of the game. We'll gather a presence back from land 3, because we're not going to be trying to do much there. Actually, no, that's a mistake. I want to gather a presence from land 2, because we're going to be sinking land 2 this turn, with any luck. Or are we actually? No, we don't. I'm not going to get far enough on the elements track. So this turn, let's play Flocking Red Talons and Call of the Deeps, and then next turn, we'll go for sinking lands 2 and 1. And that should let us get towards land 6 fast enough. But right now, I'm just going to try and stop land 6 by pulling in beast tokens and messing with that. We aren't going to get the repeat at any point soon, which is fine. But let's do that. So let's gather a beast in from here, deal 1 damage, and then let's just keep building up land 7 maybe. No, I should put it in land 1, because then we can actually kill it in the slow with Reclaimed by the Deeps. Let's pull that Explorer into land 1 as well. Remnants of a Spirit's Heart. I don't think this hurts us to actually craft a warding if we wanted to, which is unusual. I feel like that is usually a terrible option. But we could actually do that to soak the Ravage in land 8. Or on a future turn, do that. I don't really want to have to pay 4 energy or discard or forget things with Earth Element right now, though. I think we'll just leave it with the Dawn. It could be used. This is one of the rare situations where I think it's worth paying for, but I don't really want to do that right now. Alright, each player removes an explorer from land with the Han. That does nothing. That's fine. Build in the wetlands. And jungles explore. So let's add a town to, I guess, land 2? Or do we throw it in land 6? We're not going to be able to defend it if we put in land 5, because we're not actually sinking a land this turn. So it's not going to be coastal until the slow phase. I guess let's put it in with the 2 beast tokens. Then let's add some more deeps tokens. We'll add them there and there. And then reclaimed by the deeps, let's deal 2 damage. And reclaimed by the deeps repeat, let's do more damage. Wonderful. Alright, so we're going to take a blight this turn in land 8. We could stop that by reclaiming, but it's just not going to be worth it, I don't think. So instead, let's go up to 3 card plays. We could stick at 2 card plays and draft and push more, but I think just getting to 3 card plays is going to be the cleanest way to do this. All right. Finish playing cards, and Grasping Tide does literally nothing but 2 fear, which 2 fear is 2 fear, so I shouldn't complain. Sacred Site's under threat. I don't think that we have anything that's going to be a problem if we guard them ourselves. So that seems straightforward. Beast's Prowl. Each beast generates a fear, so we get 2 more fear. And Spirit Speakers solve riddles of power. Ha! We don't have lands with the Han. We're ocean. Alright, lands with the Han have defend 1. Each player removes an explorer from land with the Han. Okay, well that helps with land 4. Which is kind of nice, actually. Mountains plus wetlands. That is annoying, but it could be much worse. Do we have... Yeah, we can just Title Boon the land 3 town away. That'll be fine. So we are going to sink 2 lands this turn. So let's throw our Deeps tokens down first, I think. Let's put them in... We want to put them in lands 1 and 2. And then reclaimed by the deeps in land 2, sink it, push 2 deeps tokens into land 1. And then reclaimed by the deeps in land 1. Drown the explorer and push all 3 deeps tokens into land 6. Alright, that feels good. Tidal Boon, so Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth, we can actually hit the explorer in land 5 now, which is kind of nice. In Tidal Boon, we will drown the town in land 3, push that into the ocean, and yeah, that feels pretty good. Let's reclaim our cards. We could take another major, but I think I want to extend my hand a little bit here, so I'm going to take a minor instead. Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind is the only one that has water, but it is actually a good effect for us, just shoving things into the ocean. So let's go ahead and take it. We are not in any coastal lands this turn, so it's not going to be all that useful to try and repeat Reclaimed by the Deeps. So let's hit Flocking Red Talons. Let's play Call the Deeps does nothing. I guess Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind. Well, so repeating it isn't important, but we still could benefit from sinking it. Although I don't know that we need to, because Flocking Red Talons is going to solve land 8 for us and shove everything into land 7 or land 6, probably land 6 actually, so that we can take it out. So I think I do want to be able to sink land 6 this turn. So that means playing Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth and Tidal Boon. And that should be fine. We can't threshold this, can we? No, we don't have nearly enough animal element. But we do get Reclaimed by the Deeps. We'll just have to waste the repeat of it, basically. which will be fine. This will be fine. All right, we'll try this. Flocking Red Talons on land 8. Let's move 2 beasts in, and then push the town into land 6. Ethereal Conjunction. Ooh. We could do this. We could get an extra power card and use it immediately, which I don't think is actually that good for any of the stuff that we have right now. So I think we just endure its forces as best we can, because I don't really want to discard my hand for next turn. I'd rather be able to actually deal a bunch of deeps damage next turn. Tend to the Living Earth will clear. Oh, Tend to the Living Earth will clear a blight. That's nice. Alright, invaders explore in the coastal lands. I forgot that that was coming up. I probably should have been paying attention because it's Scotland, so of course it was coming up. Let's put them in the towns in 6 and 5, and then we'll get explorers in 3 and 4. And then what's coastal is going to change here shortly, so that's kind of interesting. Sands and wetlands, pull beneath the hungry earth would deal some damage, but let's start by adding a deeps here. We'll add a deeps to, I guess, land 5. And then we will reclaimed by the deeps here, dealing 4 damage, and then repeating it to actually sink the land and push the deeps into land 7, which is going to blight, but we're going to be able to sink it somewhat in response. Pull beneath the hungry earth. There is not going to do anything this turn, so let's just use it in the ocean where we'll actually get a fear for it. Tidal Boon gives us some energy, but that's about it. And then this turn, I think we want to push and go to 4 card plays. So let's draft another major, because we're pretty much rolling in the energy right now. So maybe we get something that just wins us the game here. Maybe we don't. Tigers hunting. That's fun. Is that good? Would that work? No, we don't have enough beasts. We don't. We can get 2 beasts in there basically and do 2 damage, but then it's not going to be enough after that. Tsunami would be kind of funny here. Just on the principle of, hey, we're ocean and we can do tsunami. I think Utter a Curse of Dread and Bone is actually the best option here, though. Just because we're actually going to be... Well, is Tsunami better? Tsunami gets us... Just the one Earth element isn't enough right now, and we can't afford to play everything if we play Tsunami. So I guess Utter a Curse of Dread and Bone is the thing I go for here. So I'll go ahead and forget... probably pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. It's got great elements for us, but isn't going to do enough right now. Let's go into land 5 and land 7. Let's see, we have a Sacred Site in the ocean, so we can hit Utter a Curse. Let's push a presence to land 4, I guess. Alright, and then just play everything, see what happens. Call of the Deeps does some nice things, pulls in these 2 explorers to stop them from building. Grasping Tide defends land 5. Oh, that mountain is going to build again, isn't it? Because it's actually coastal now. Oh, we need to create unnerving distractions here. I do not want to immediately take a Ravage and a Cascade in land 7. Yeah, we'll create distractions. Gets us a fear. We lose some cards, but I think we've got enough time to win still. Each player removes an explorer or town from a coastal land. Okay, we can remove a town. That's handy. Each player may downgrade a town. That's also handy. Alright, so we'll Ravage here. We'll allow it because we're defending it. And we'll Ravage there, and we will skip that Ravage. They build a town. Oh, right. Those are all coastal and adjacent to a city. That is a lot more towns than I was expecting to deal with right now, because I am not thinking this through. Okay. So Utter Curse of Dread and Bone, because we skipped the Ravage, is not going to do any good, basically. But that's fine. Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind, we can just shove something into the ocean. Probably shove this town on a blight into the ocean. And then let's add a Deeps token here, and another Deeps token in land 5, I guess. Reclaimed by the Deeps, we can deal 3 damage here. We can deal 6 damage here if we want. We probably should add this Badlands first, though. Let's add a Badlands, get some fear, deal 2 damage. Let's hit the city twice. Is that actually right? No, that's wrong. I should hit the city and an explorer. So add a Badlands and then deal 1 to the city and 1 to an explorer, because we're about to deal 6 damage with Reclaimed by the Deeps. But that's building only... Oh, sorry, more than that. I should actually be doing all the Utter Curse of Dread and Bone damage to the explorers, I guess. Is that right? Yeah, because the Badlands will trigger once here, and then on the repeat it shouldn't trigger, I'm pretty sure. Or if it does, either way, it just clears the land, which is what we wanted. Alright, so coastal lands are going to Ravage now. That's fun. Let's reclaim a presence. We'll grab the one from land 4. Let's gain a power card. I think we gain another major here, just in case we can YOLO something that wins us the game immediately. Or can we win the game off of other stuff quickly? We can kill land 5 with a counterattack. We could Flocking Red Talons something into land 4, or even into land 3, I think. Yeah, let's gain a major and see if we have something that can go along with that. Blazing Renewal could theoretically do something. Unleash a Torrent of the Self-Own Essence. I suppose if I pull the presence from land 5 instead, then maybe that could work. Can we afford to Blazing Renewal? No, I don't think we can. I guess let's get an Unleash a Torrent. So that would be 4 energy for that, 3 energy for Flocking Red Talons, and then 1 for Grasping Tide. That's too much, so that's not actually going to be helpful. Let's take... we don't have another defend power, do we? No, we don't. Let's take Poisoned Land, I guess. Why not? It's a thing. We can do that. So we'll Grasping Tide for land 5. We can Flocking Red Talons for land 3. And then Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind to try and take out land 4, maybe? And Tidal Boon for some extra energy so we can actually afford to play cards next turn. I think that'll be fine. Alright, so let's Grasping Tide there. Oh, actually, no, the town will just die in the counterattack. Anyway, what am I worrying about here? And this town can just go straight into the ocean. So this is fine. Dahan trade with the invaders. Oh no. Well, I think we need to display Wrath here. Do we have enough energy to do that? Yes, we do. Because yeah, we want to display Wrath, because otherwise, if they don't participate, land 4 isn't going to clear. So display Wrath, pay 2 energy. We get 3 fear cards, which could just end the game. Doesn't do anything. What's the next one do? Lands with presence of defend 2. Okay. And each player may gather... Nope. Okay, so that was basically nothing from the fear cards. So Ravaging land 5, it clears. Ravaging land 4, it clears. And that is the game. We have a clean island. We also have a much smaller island. It has gone from 8 lands down to 5. So yeah, that's Deep's Ocean. I really do enjoy this spirit a lot. I want to play with it a good deal more. Now that it's in digital, I'm probably going to actually get the chance to. Yeah, I feel like that wasn't a super challenging game. We ended up with very few Dahan, which I think hurt our score a lot. But yeah, overall worked out pretty well. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have requests as to what you want to see from Deeps of Earth and Sea on the channel, let me know in the comments below or join me on Discord. And otherwise, have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for watching.